Hi, I'm Mike. Welcome to Amateur Repertoire. Today we're going to be cooking a steak. Now, I've already started the potatoes. I'm going to show you how to peel the potatoes. Now, after you peel the potatoes and you have them cooking for about a half an hour or 20 minutes, you're going to start your steak. When I first started out doing this, I made the mistake of starting them at the same time. I ended up eating my steak on the counter because the potatoes weren't ready. So you start your potatoes first. More butter is the merrier, but if you're watching your cholesterol, that's your problem. When you put the potatoes in, you put it on high, and then once it starts to fizz up, you put it down. Otherwise, it's going to go all over the place. You want to stir them every now and then, otherwise they'll get burned on the bottom. Using a Teflon pan, make sure if you're using a Teflon pan to use a plastic spatula. Otherwise, you're going to have steak with Teflon on the side. I use them for, I should have told you. Huh?
Why don't you want it vertical?
Why do I want one?
Why don't you want it vertical?
Because it's a video, not a picture.
But now it's just you.
It is just me. So, when you're cooking your steak, you want to keep flipping it. I add a little bit of water, not too much. The more butter you start out with, or the more butter you add to it, the more juice gravy you're going to get. We put the steak on top of the potatoes, and that'll give the potatoes the flavor of the steak. How do you know your steak is done? Depending on how you want it. Like a medium, you want it rare. You want it well done, do it longer. The only meat that you really have to make sure is cooked is pork chops and chicken. You're not going to die if you don't cook the bone well. Don't take my word on that. So we're almost done. Now, instead of using a strainer and having something else to wash, back up a little bit. This is what I'm going to do with these potatoes. Take the spatula. Little trick I learned. I don't even have a strainer. I don't need one. They are a pain to wash though. You drain out as much water as you can. Just pour it right onto the plate. That's the first thing that goes on the plate. Steak right on top of the potatoes. Alright, before you put the steak on, put this on. You could do it either way. Now, if that was not cooked very well, all that gravy would be red. Red would be oozing on everywhere. It's a pleasant thought, but you like steak like that? So, what I'm going to do is, instead of washing it, which will take 10 minutes, all I'm going to do is rinse it off. Of course, I will wash it when I'm done with it, but I'm not done with it. We're going to do the eggs. I'm going to wipe it off, otherwise all that butter is not going to, it's going to be too much butter, it's going to burn too fast. We don't want that. egg with cheese. The only reason I brought 2 potatoes out is because there's only 3. I like to have 4 eggs. There's only 3 in this one. And yeah, if you're watching your cholesterol, I don't recommend you eat 4 eggs. Got the butter on the pan? Won't leave our butter out too long. Put it right back in the fridge. Don't want to drop them too high because they'll break. Nice and low when you drop them. I like my eggs up. Bring your burner down as soon as it gets up to, as soon as it starts cooking, put your burner down. All that placenta. Wash your hands. All kinds of placenta out of my hands. What we're doing now is I'm letting make some holes here so that it will cook through faster. Otherwise it will take forever. Watch the edges of the pan. Now how do you know your eggs are done? Good question. When the yolks stop running. That's why we slice it to make it cook faster. With the heat to rise through the yolk. Or placenta as I call it. Eggs are the fastest thing in the process. You don't need a spatula. Put that right on top. Voila. We have eggs, steak, and potato. That's just about it. I'm Mike, and that's how I cook steak. If you know a better way, you better well say. Goodbye. Hi, I'm Mike. Welcome to Amateur
Repertoire.
Hi, I'm Mike. Welcome to Amateur Repertoire.